So the Warriors made a trade today that, was a little bit upsetting to me and upsetting to a lot of other people as well because the Warriors traded an up-and-coming star, Eric Paschall, to the Jazz for a draft pick. Not even a first-round draft pick, a second-round draft pick in 2026. And I mean, it I looked at some of the analyzation of it, and I guess there are good points for why they traded him, but the fact of the matter is he was very up and coming. Eric Paschall, he's only been on the team for 2 seasons. They drafted him in 2019 out of Villanova, and he had a really, really good rookie season. And I mean, he needed to because the Warriors, the year he was drafted was the year Klay Thompson was out and Steph Curry was injured the entire year, and he was emerging as our best player. And he was on the all-rookie first team. He was being talked about as Rookie of the Year candidate. I went to only one Warriors game during the season that was cut off by COVID because, I just went to one, and he was really good there. And I was even considering getting a Paschall jersey because he was like our best player. And I'm certainly happy I didn't because they just traded him today to the Utah Jazz for a protected second pick. So, I mean, this is significantly, I think, going to help the Jazz. And, I mean, it's just a little bit disappointing. I mean, this guy was a pretty good shooter. He shot, in his career, he shot pretty well. He's, a decent three-point shooter, about 30%. And, I mean, field goal percentage, both of his seasons, he's shot close to 50%, which is pretty good. And so I don't really understand the logic of this. I mean, he's a really young star, but I did have one theory that is a little bit on the bright side. Maybe trading Paschall will free up space, and considering they traded him for a draft pick and not for a player, free up space for a possible incoming veteran that'll come to help Curry. Because the thing with Paschall is he was a great player, but the main issue with him, and I think this is probably a reason he was traded, dude could not be on the court. He would always be injured. He'd be injured every year. I mean, he only played 40 games last year out of, the 72 because of the shortened season. That's only about over half. And he just really couldn't, stay on the court. He was always getting injured, which is a big issue. And we needed him, down the stretch because we were very close to making the playoffs this year, and we didn't, unfortunately. So he's played 100 games in his career, averaging 12.2 points, which is not bad. I mean, for a guy who's only been in the league 2 years, and, he's come off the bench in certain roles. But, I mean, I just hope that this pans out because, getting a second-round draft pick is not super appealing. And so, yeah, I mean, they're getting a top 42 protected. So, I mean, they're kind of, trying to figure this out. He's going to play along Donovan Mitchell, his longtime friend. But it does clear up a roster spot, which is like the pivotal kind of point that people are talking about, because the fact of the matter is the Warriors need another alpha on the team. And although I like Paschall a lot, he was one of my favorite players. I don't know if he's necessarily there yet. And I think the Warriors are kind of in this approach where they need to win now because Curry and Klay and Dre are only going to be on the team so much longer. And I think they have to win with them if they're going to win, So I think, I think it was sad we lost a guy like this, but in the same sense, I think it could pan out to be good in the long run. But, it's just too hard to tell right now. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Paschall is going to the Jazz, and I'll see you guys later. Go Warriors.